Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another Heroes of StarCraft mini set card review, and we have the Rogue cards. Am I gonna lose my mind about Shadow Step for the billionth time ever? Actually, no, I don't think we're even gonna bring up Shadow Step. I don't think it's relevant to this card review, although I opened the video by talking about Shadow Step, so yeah, I failed miserably on that. Regardless, we're gonna review these cards, which can combine to make like this crazy minion. This is a weird one. It's pretty cool, also terrifying. And well, if you want to win these cards that are cool and kind of terrifying, we're giving away 3 mini sets out of my pocket. To enter the giveaway, like and comment in the video, link down description below. The one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel. Every 1,000 subs we get until, oh well, not all the cards are revealed, but when the mini set comes out next Tuesday, I will add another mini set to that giveaway, so hit that sub button, make me go Baroque. So let's start off with a new spell for Rogue. These are all Protoss cards, and of course, they cheat mana. Well, at least this one does. It is Blink, a 2 mana spell, which allows you to draw a Protoss minion combo. It costs 2 less. So on turn 1, you can prep, blink, get a minion, and if that minion costs, I guess, 2 or less, you can play it for 0 that turn, doing, you know, rogue shenanigans, right? But it goes pretty well with the other 2 cards we're gonna go over in this review. But yeah, I mean, drawing a specific type of minion, always pretty good. There's obviously specific minions we want to hit, and you know, anything that can become 0 with prep is usually very effective. We do have that 1 mana draw a pirate in standard, that if it's a pirate you get a coin, and people play that just to draw a minion. They don't even care about the coin most of the time. That's 1 mana, so it's better. However, you do get that upside of just mana cheating, like basically getting that mana back as long as you combo it. That can be really darn effective. And again, it's a spell. It cheats mana. It's in Rogue. They really love to do these type of things in Rogue. And I think regardless, well, it depends really, I guess, on the Protoss minions. Like, if all the Protoss minions are crap or you don't want to play them, then you're not going to bother with this, right? It's not going to be a thing. But I do think it will be a thing. And I do think, again, mana cheat good, spell good, Rogue prep good. I'll give this a 3 out of 5 in standard. Again, I feel like in Wild all this stuff is going to be too slow, but I'll give it a 2. Maybe it's more fringe there. But yeah, you're gonna want to definitely be playing some Protoss minions, cheating mana. And well, this is one crazy mechanic we're about to take a look at, starting with the High Templar. So we got ourselves a Protoss minion here. It is a 6 mana, 3/5. Battle Cry, deal 2 damage to all enemies. So it's like that Prison Breaker. It used to, well, it does 2 now. It used to do 3. But you had to play like 5 spells throughout the game. Regardless, it's a consecration on a 6 mana stick. So you play this with Blink, it's down to 4. Or, you know, you played your location and all that stuff that we looked at earlier, you know, it costs 3 less, it's down to 3. All of a sudden, this is looking pretty good. You use 2 location durability, it's down to 0. And that's very relevant because it doesn't end with just the Battle Cry. It also has play another Templar to merge into an Archon. What does that mean? Well, if you have 2 Templars on the board, yes, it can be the same Templar. It doesn't have to be different, right? Because there is 1 more Templar we will take a look at in a second, but you get the Archon, which is an 8 mana, 8/8. So it's kind of like when you have the blood of the ancient ones and they come together, this will form and you will get an 8 mana, 8/8 Archon. At the end of your turn, you deal 8 damage to the enemy hero. So it's like Rag that just goes face, and 2 damage to their minions. So you get like a board clear effect, you get face damage, and if this doesn't die, it will continue to do that. So the way to do that is, yeah, you get 2 Templars on the board, boom, you're good to go. And there is 1 more Templar that can go with this, and with all the mana cheat manipulation, with all the, you know, specifically on minions, you have tutors for all this stuff. This shouldn't be that hard realistically to get going, and that is a ton of damage. That is board control and a giant threat on the board. That seems good, But again, there's only 2 Templar minions that I'm aware of, and that restricts yourself a bit, and it doesn't outright win the game when you do it, but maybe I cover artist it or do other things to get more of them on the board after it happens. Or in Wild, I play Drakari Enchanter, right? And get double dipping on that. That can be pretty ridiculous. This is a really weird one, a really hard one to evaluate. And again, we don't know what that hero card does. I feel like the hero card is going to play into like minions with Protoss minions. I just feel like it's going to. Regardless, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard, 2 out of 5 in Wild. Look out for this because it also does go with the other Templar we have here, which might be harder to remove, the initial version at least, the Dark Templar. This is a 6 mana, 5/3 minion. It has stealth, so if you can't get to it and you play another Templar, right, that could be a problem. And Battle Cry, again, destroyed enemy minion. And just like the other Templar, if you play another Templar, you merge into that Archon, that 8 mana, 8/8 thing that deals a bunch of damage. And this, again, it's a threat, kind of, right? 5/3 stealth is kind of annoying. Pretty easy to kill typically, but it can remove a threat, and I guess you can shadow step it and stuff there. I fitted my shadow step because it does have a battle cry. It seems really bad to shadow step this, but you can. And yeah, that's pretty darn decent. And obviously, if it was just a standalone minion and you couldn't create the Archon, it probably wouldn't be nearly as scary, but that Archon card does seem pretty darn good. And Dark Templar is not exactly the worst thing in the world. Again, you can manipulate what you're gonna kill by trading off, killing stuff ahead of time. And just like all the other cards, you have all the ways to like mana cheat with that location we went over earlier. This is pretty spooky, right? Like if this is a consistent strat where they're consistently making Archons, they're gonna be nuking you in the face, clearing your board, and yeah, it's gonna be weird. But Rogue typically doesn't associate with like bigger minions like this, so who knows? Although, the more I think about Wild, does this just go into like the Scab Spirit decks where you can get this down to 0 pretty easily? Maybe this will be the thing that helps break Wild and you get a bunch of Templars or Archons in Wild with combos like that. That could be a thing. So you know what? I'm going to bump the other one up from Wild to 3, and I'm going to give Dark Templar in Standard and Wild a 3 out of 5 in both, because yeah, that Spirit and Scabs thing has been around forever, and this could just be another type of combo maybe that it could work. And you have like Potion of Illusions and Garona bounce arounds and all sorts of stuff. Who knows? Yeah, look out. This could actually be the thing that makes Wild break, because there's always something, right? And typically it's not Rogue, sometimes it's Rogue, but yeah, it could be that. So there we go. Really weird, crazy mechanic. I feel like if it's good, people will probably hate it, but hey, that's modern Hearthstone these days. It is something else, or it's just completely useless. These cards are only really good with each other, right? So we'll see how that plays out. Anyways, let me know what you think about the cards in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.